Okay, we'll make a hopefully quick video here. This is the IBM SFF that, if you watched my most recent live stream, I changed the motherboard. It kind of fell apart towards the end, but here it is. It's running now. For whatever reason, it's working. But, of course, the issue is that Windows is not. You can see there, obviously, we have a problem, and if I go to try and start it up, it's going to give me an error message and say that, well, we couldn't start. We couldn't find the boot device. So, I think the reason why is because this is an SIS chipset, and the other board has got Intel. I can actually check. The other board is sitting over here. I believe that is, yeah, that's an Intel chipset. So, that will not work. So I'm going to have to reinstall Windows. I probably should have anyway, just because the Windows install, I don't know what was done with it. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm actually going to switch the hard drive over to the other one. Okay, so it's actually a pretty ingenious setup. There's 3 screws on the front of the machine, and the entire upper drive cage, which would be for the floppy or a card reader, and the optical drive slides forward and up and out of the way. And then the drive sits on this little tray, which screws in right there. So this is the existing drive, which I believe is just some random drive. I don't know if it's the drive that was in it when I got it, or if it's just something that was sitting around work when the system was put together. Because this thing did have a task planned for it, and then that fell through, and then it was just sitting around for goodness only knows how long before I said, hey, I would like that, and I just took it, so... Well, I didn't just take it. I had permission to take it, but I did take it. So, anyway, I'm going to put the Samsung drive in the cage, and also the 80 conductor ribbon cable, which is right there. I generally don't like these, because they tend to fall apart very easily. But, I might as well put it in there just to the added performance improvement. I don't know if that's an ATA 133 drive or not, but I guess we can find out. Alright, there it is, in place, with the new cable. It's no different in terms of capacity. It's still only a 40 gigabyte drive, but I don't really need a whole lot of capacity on this. It's not really going to be storing anything. In fact, even 40 gigabytes is probably too much. Okay, so after changing the optical drive, because I guess the one that was installed in here before doesn't work. I don't know, but, we are now erasing the drive. I'm only using HDAT and not Boot and Nuke because I don't think it really needs that kind of level of erasure because I'm using it again. So I'm going to be overwriting a lot of what's on this anyway. Now we are installing Windows XP. I'm not going to make you sit through it or go through a whole lot of the process just because it's not really worth it. I mean, everybody's seen a Windows XP installed by now. I do find it kind of hard to believe that it's been 7 years, more than 7 years, since the end of support date for Windows XP. It still feels like it was relatively recently. Somebody's probably going to tell me to put Linux on the machine, and you know what? I have enough Linux boxes that I don't need another one. So, XP it is. I don't think you can run anything else on this. It's got an XP Home license key on the side of it, so might as well install XP, even though, yes, I know it's XP Professional. It's a valid copy. It's a volume licensed copy, so... Cannot be a computer project unless there is a snag somewhere. It was chugging along nicely, working just fine. Got to about 6 minutes left, and it was, what was the thing? I think it was like saving settings or something. And then it just stopped. Sat there for however long it sat there for, I didn't really keep track. Probably a good 20 minutes. So I turned it off, turned it back on, and now it looks like the optical drive does not work at all. Because there's a disk in that drive, and it's not showing up. So, Guess I'm trying another optical drive. Okay, that's better. Seems to be working now. So, should be able to just keep going. And then it'll be installing drivers and things. Take a tour of Windows XP. Well, maybe I'll do that eventually, but I think everything with respect to drivers is installed now. I'm not sure what version of the BIOS it's running. It seems to report FCA when it starts, and that's not valid, so... Okay, I think we're pretty much done. I don't know if I mentioned it, I'm pretty sure I probably have at least once, but I'm not going to bother installing USP4 and the end of support rollup, just because I want to have a machine that's running vanilla Surface Pack 3 with no changes, but I think this is a pretty decent system. So, I guess that's it. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below.